What's going on, guys? This is Zors. I'm here to bring you a Fire Fist deck profile. So, ever since Master Rule 5 has been in effect, I've been having some social blast playing a bunch of different decks, and I've been trying to get Fire Fist to work again. And since the new Master Rule doesn't require us to have Link monsters out in order to Synchro Summon or Fusion Summon, I felt like going back to the 3-axis variant is way better now. Because the Horse Prince play is a lot better now because you don't need the Link monsters. The combo variant of with the Raven and Leopard, Raven, Panda, and Elephant, all that stuff. I don't think that's really good. I feel like those just break a lot harder, a lot more, and the amount of time and effort you put in your combos, you just don't get enough out of it. Yet you get 30 cards in hand and 30 cards on board, but in reality, there's 2 cards that matter: the Eland and the Counter Trap. Nothing else matters. So I feel like it's a little bit not worth. So the 3-axis variant allows us to have powerful spell card in our deck, and I'm gonna get to it when we get to it. So let's get right into the deck profile. I'll start off with the 3 spirits. It's going to go Spur Summon a Fire Fist from the graveyard. It's level 3. So it's usually going to be a Leopard. It's going to go into your Horse Prince. It's very, very important. This 2-card combo is the heart and soul of the deck. Playing 3 Leopard, of course. You can summon them from the field to the graveyard to set a fire formation. So that's how you get them in the graveyard. You usually get a Tensu or Tenki, whatever piece you're missing, so you can get your spirit out. To finish off the 3-axis variant or engine, playing the 2 Roosters. This is what you summon off of Horse Prince. When he's Spell Summoned by a Fire Fist monster effect, you add 1 Fire Fist monster from the deck to your hand, and you can destroy 1 fire formation you have set. You have on the field and set 1 from the deck. So it cycles through your fire formations and it searches your Fire Fist. So this engine is a little bit more proactive, I feel like, and a little more consistent, because drawing these cards aren't really a total brick later on after you do the combo, because you have a spell card that we play. So it's totally fine if you ever draw these, after you do your Horse Prince play. So that's it for the 3-axis portion of the deck. This is a little bit different from the usual. So for the level 4s, I still play some level 4s. Playing 2 Bears, popping cards for free. It's really nice with Eagle on board, so you want to play him. Playing the 1 Gorilla, you gotta control the back rows. Some decks is just out of control. In Eldritch, playing 1 Dragon. It's a monster reborn for your Fire Fist if Eagle is out. So same thing with Buffalo. It Spell Summons itself for free when Eagle's out. It's really, really strong. To round out the level 4s, you're playing 2 copies of Cold Soldier or Wolfbark. It goes into your rank 4s, into your more Link monsters or something like that. It's really, really strong still. I feel like people really sleep on rank 4s right now. The Dweller is just such a good card. It shuts down so many decks. Yeah. I feel like it's a pretty good card still. So that's it for real monsters. The last 3 monsters I'm playing is 3 Ash. There's a combo in the deck that you can do to tutor this out of your deck and put it in hand. It's really, really cool. I'll get to it after the deck profile. So for these spells, playing 3 Tankies. It's your main searcher. Searches your whole deck, so why not? Playing 3 Tensu, you got to keep up as consistent as possible with the Horse Prince play, so you got to open this up and Leopard. So, got to play 3. Playing 1 copy of Engine. This is the Fusion spell, so the Fusion actually is pretty good, but keep in mind you cannot Fusion Summon the same turn you summon Horse Prince because of Horse Prince restriction. But whenever you need to push damage after that, it's very, very strong. So, and when it's destroyed, you add back a Fire Fist monster from the graveyard. I'm playing the 1 Yoko because a lot of time when you generate a lot of advantage through, searching your Fire Fist monsters, you just get a bunch of them in hand and you can't really do anything with them. So you just start using Yoko and recycling it with Eagle to pop some cards. It's pretty good. I like it. It's another removal piece that, you know, I feel like is really strong. Now, the main card, or real main reason why I feel like the 3X variant is stronger is the 3 Kindlings. This is pretty much Soul Charge. So essentially, the deal is you dump, you go through your Horseman's play. Now you got a Leopard and a Spirit in the graveyard. You can either throughout the game dump them with Eagle, discard them with Yoko or whatever. Just fill up your yard, use a Rekindling, and get a Link 4 or something. It's really, really strong. It's a really good top deck. Never failed me. It's really, really strong. This card is part of the combo where you can get an Ash Blossom to your hand, and I'll show you that after after the video. After the profile. So, moving on with the rest of the spells, I'm playing 3 Called by the Graves. You want to resolve your Horse Prince play as often as possible, so you gotta have Called by for the hand traps. And the last one I'm playing is one of Foolish Burial to extend. For the traps, I am playing 1 Sinto. A lot of people play 2, but you really don't need to. It's recyclable. It's a hard once per turn, so you don't want to draw more than 1, or even have more than 1. So you really no reason to. You don't really have much ways to interact with monsters, so you got to play interactions in your traps cards. So 3 parameters, 3 strikes. Here, right now in the game, the best traps right now. So for the extra deck, I'm running 2 Eagle. This card's really, really strong. It recycles your fire formations from your yard, dumps stuff in the yard, so it can build up your graveyard for rekindling, so it's pretty good. 1 Tiger King, it's a skill drain on a stick. It's pretty good. Cardinal, spins stuff back from the yard or field, so it's pretty good. Lion Emperor, it adds back fire monster from your graveyard back to your hand. That's how you're going to get your Ash Blossom back from the graveyard. And it's also a rekindling target, so it's pretty cool. I'm running the 1 Horse Prince, of course, the 1 Swan. I'm running Break Sword for spot removal, Dweller for graveyard decks. I'm actually running a Utopia package just for big monsters. For Link 4s, I'm running Borderload, Appaloosa. For generic lanes, I'm running the Bujinse Hashima. And I'm running the Halki Firebacks to get the Ash from the deck. Now, let me quickly show you the combo. You really need a. It's pretty consistent because you only really need to have the Horse Prince combo in a new shape of form and just working on. So you're gonna go through your Horse Prince play. So you're gonna tanky, grab yourself a Spirit, normal Leopard goes in the yard, Tensu, and summon Spirit, special summon the other guy. You're gonna synchro into Horse Prince. Horse Prince activates, special summons Rooster. Just go through your regular Horse Prince play as you would. And you get to search out Fire Fist. Doesn't really matter what it is. I usually go for another Spirit because next turn I can go Spirit into Rooster, search for something else. So it's pretty good. This card's irrelevant. So now you're gonna activate Rooster, sending a Tanky to yard, grabbing the counter trap. So now you have protection against Lightning Storm or whatever you wanna have protection against. Then you're gonna go link off these 2 into a copy of Eagle. Copy of Eagle. You're gonna activate Eagle. You're gonna return a Tanky to your hand, and you're gonna dump a Buffalo. So here you go. You got the Buffalo, and you got a Tanky in your hand and a Spirit to follow up for next turn. This is off of just 2 cards. This is your regular Horse Prince play combo. Now, when we add Rekindling to the mix, you're gonna activate Rekindling, and you're gonna grab back these 2. You're gonna start summon Buffalo with his own effect because Eagle's on board. So now you're gonna link off the Spirit and the Buffalo into a Halki Firebacks. Now Halki Firebacks is gonna activate. We're gonna get an Ash Blossom from our deck. And we're just gonna overlay these 2 into a copy of Lion Emperor. Gonna activate Lion Emperor, detaching Ash, since you have targets in the yard. I'm just gonna grab back the Ash. So now, you're essentially replacing Rekindling with an Ash. So now you have two options. You can link these three off for an Appaloosa, but I wouldn't really recommend it because you shut off your counter trap. But depending on the matchup, it might be better. Or you can just, I guess, leave this there. Hopefully, it doesn't get destroyed because you don't actually have use for his Synchro Summon effect, unfortunately. If you have another extender, or if you had a Foolish Burial in hand, for example, you can dump another. Before you used Rekindling, you could have dumped another 200 defense monster to get it, to have an extra monster on board. And now at this point, you can go into 2400 attack Appaloosa. So that's pretty much it, really. I feel like this is a little stronger than a little more consistent tempo variant of Fire Fist, because it's just much more consistent at the same thing. There's less variance, and I feel like it's pretty cool to sort out Air Blossom. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next profile. I actually have another profile coming up. It's Wind Witch Invoked.